This is your Tuesday Info Hub. Here are our top stories. Former PPP minister and NISIL head released on $6 million bail each after court appearance. Bartica marks its second year as a town. Madi residents react to road upgrade, and today is World Red Cross Day. The details of these stories and much more after this. Former Finance Minister Ashni Singh and former head of the National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited, Winston Brassington, were this afternoon granted bail of $6 million each on 3 counts of misconduct in public office when they appeared in the Georgetown Magistrates Court. They were not required to enter a plea when they appeared before Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan. The two failed to appear when the matter had been called yesterday. The prosecution was given up to today to provide evidence of the service of summonses prior to a possible issuing of warrants for their arrest. The matter has been adjourned to June 5. 2 years after attaining township status, Region 7's capital, Bartica, has much to celebrate. This year, the spotlight will be placed on the development of the people, according to Mayor Gifford Marshall.
The town, which was officially inaugurated on May 7, 2016, has seen major infrastructural and social development. However, Mayor Marshall told InfoHub on Friday that it cannot neglect its human resource.
In a nutshell, we'll be focusing this month on our people and building their capacity, because that's what we intend to do from now till local government elections.
The mayor said that the town holds dear to its heart the situation of persons living with disabilities in the region. He said he is hoping that a building will soon be made available for them to utilize. In celebration of the town's 2-year anniversary, Marshall showed InfoHub a gift he received on behalf of the town from Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkan. The present is a photocopied note sent to Minister Bulkan by President David Granger some 4 years ago, suggesting that Bartica become a town.
The gift reads, the little note reads, I would like to discuss with you the possibility of introducing a motion to make Maburungo Madia Bartica and Letem a town.
At that time, President Granger was opposition leader and head of the APNU party, and Minister Bulkan, Shadow Minister of Local Government and Regional Development. Marshall described the note, dubbed the origin of Bartica's township status, as timely and something that the town will always cherish. Alexis Rodney for InfoHub.
Madia's first ever concrete road has been completed. InfoHub's Renetta LaFleur was there and spoke to some of the residents.
I'm standing on one of the newly constructed roads in Madia, Region 8. This road is a concrete structure built to last for decades. Prior to these upgrades, residents and road users had to contend with dust pollution and potholes, among other challenges.
Before now, the road was kind of laterite, right? Red road. And it is very disgusting. The dust, especially in the dry weather time, the dust, cause a lot of chaos on our rooftop, especially at time, and when the rain come down now, So I'm very thankful for this road here.
The road work right now is very great. We like it because in the previous road we had, it was sheer dust. And every day we perish, we gotta wipe it down, clean, even to the shop, the house, everything, the dust is too much. But the road now, what we get here is very nice. It's gonna last long.
The project, which commenced in 2015, was executed in 2 lots. Hinterland engineer Jeffrey Walcott said, amidst the challenges, this achievement serves as a motivation to continue development.
It's been a project that has been a long time in the making, and it is quite a relief to see the results. The residents are very happy and very satisfied, and I would say it's transformed the community, to be honest. Most persons, in my opinion, could not really see the long-term benefits, but a few months into the projects where we're almost out, wrapping up, everyone is really, I think, welcomed the change.
The ministry is also working to resuscitate the link between Madia and Bartica in Region 7. From Madia, Renetta LaFleur reporting for InfoHub.
Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder has challenged the residents of the east coast of Demerara to play their part in flood risk management. The charge was made at the commissioning of a new pump station, which is expected to drain Friendship, Vigilance, and its surrounding communities. More in this Natisha Isaacs report.
Flood risk management is built around the drainage and irrigation infrastructure and should be everybody's business. Today, farmers and residents can be assured that the fear of flooding will now be minimal. I urge you to ensure that your drains and canals are kept free of weeds to realize the full benefits of this increased pumping capacity, since flood management is a shared responsibility and you can make a difference.
Chairman of the Buxton Falls Neighborhood Democratic Council, Forbes Abrams, called on residents to desist from dumping solid waste into the waterways of their communities.
We need to desist from making our canals the dumping grounds for dead animals and for whatever we need to discard from our homes, our yards, our factories. We also need to recognize that we too have a role to play in keeping these canals clean and clear of weeds and bushes so that there can be a free flow of water to the pumps and to the sea.
According to Minister Holder, climate change can cause extensive and chronic flooding, the inundation of valuable agricultural land, and loss of crops caused by increased frequency of heavy rain, which will have a negative impact on Guyana's economy. This is the second pump station to be commissioned on the east coast of Demerara. It costs $240 million and is equipped with a 70.6 cubic pump, which has the capacity to discharge water at a rate of 31,700 gallons per minute. For InfoHub, Natisha Isaacs.
The Guyana Defense Force was heavily criticized for excluding evidence from Leonard Orokium from an internal investigation which was conducted to determine whether GDF ranks were involved in the 2008 massacre. Orokium is the owner of Lindo Creek's mining camp. Alexis Rodney has been following the COI hearings and has more for us.
Appearing before the Commission of Inquiry yesterday was Major Andy Pompey, who headed the unit which was appointed to carry out an inquiry among GDF members. In 2008, Pompey was a captain and head of the intelligence corps. He told the COI that the 5-member unit which he headed only interviewed the 24 members of the joint services who were deployed to the Upper Berbice area at the time. However, the COI's chairman, Justice Donald Trotman, thought it was rather strange that the investigative team did not interview a man who was making serious allegations.
So here was Mr. Orokia making these allegations. You were asked to investigate the circumstances, and you didn't think that at least if no one else, you should have interviewed Mr. Leonard Orokia, who was making these allegations.
Orokium had told officials that information he received from eyewitnesses showed that it was the joint services that stormed his camp on June 21 and shot and burnt the bodies of his son Dax Orokium, his brother Cedric, and 6 other miners in his employ. According to Major Pompey, he was simply following orders from senior Army officials.
The persons interviewed by the team were the persons who the directive which I received were to be interviewed, and those persons were the only persons who came and were interviewed by the team, sir.
The Joint Services Unit was combing the Kokwani area and had days before been involved in a shootout with the Feynman gang. They reportedly shot and killed at least 2 of the gang members. The ongoing COI, being chaired by Justice Trotman, is seeking to determine the circumstances which led to the murder of the 8th miners at Lindo Creek some 10 years ago. For InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
In an effort to address the human resources aspect of the health sector, the Ministry of Public Health is seeking to acquire 30 acres of land to establish a college for nurses as a way to build capacity. The details from Crystal Stull.
This was highlighted by Minister of Public Health Volda Lawrence during the observations of the 90th anniversary of the Guyana Nursing Association. The minister explained that the college's establishment will enable nurses to improve the services they provide.
A college where all tiers of persons within the nursing profession can be able to improve themselves, where we can have modern technology, where you can have simulations, whether it's with a university in the United States or Yugoslavia or Russia or Cuba or wherever, you can be right here in Guyana and be connected to those classes.
This initiative is one of the many the ministry has in store for the development of the healthcare services.
We want to ensure also that at the end of the day, irrespective of where our people would like to reside, because the world is becoming a very small place, that we will continue to have the necessary resources we need in Guyana.
The minister pledged that the ministry will continue to work assiduously towards achieving the Health Vision 2020 goals. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
Today, the Guyana Red Cross Society hosted a humanitarian village in observance of World Red Cross Day 2018. Here is Stefan Gabriel with that report.
InfoHub is here at the humanitarian village hosted by the Guyana Red Cross Society. Semester Martin Ford gives us more information.
Currently, we have our blood drive up and running. We have our NCD booth talking about healthy lifestyle and the importance of having a healthy lifestyle to reduces your chance of having non-communicable diseases such as cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and respiratory diseases. We have our Zika department displaying the importance of vector control, since we have people in Guyana who would have been infected with the Zika virus and many other vector-borne, such as malaria or filarias, things of that nature. Also, we have our first aid department who is talking about what the first aid department is really about.
The Red Cross Society is very active locally. The humanitarian village was just one of the organization's many programs, according to Martin Ford.
So basically, you will have a better understanding of what Guyana Red Cross does, not only in Georgetown, but nationwide, because we work in many other regions, such as Region 2, Region 3, Region 5, 6, and 10, and also Region 7. So we're currently known mostly for doing work in Georgetown, but we do other works in other areas. We want the general public to have a knowledge of what Red Cross have to offer. Other than our first aid courses, we have fundamentals of health, care for the elderly, and care for the young child.
World Red Cross and the Red Crescent Day is also used to celebrate the birthday of Red Cross founder Henri Dunant. It also seeks to recognize the contributions and achievements of millions of volunteers and staffers around the world. This is Stefan Gabriel reporting for InfoHub.
In our final report for the day, the Department of Public Information has clarified a statement issued by the Guyana Press Association today, May 8. The Director of Public Information, Imran Khan, confirms having met with the newly elected GPA executive on January 30, 2018. During the meeting, the GPA raised the delay in the issuance of 2018 media accreditation. Contrary to the GPA statement, it was Khan who broached the issue of the correct agency for issuing media accreditation. He outlined that unlike what had obtained previously, the government is not the proper authority to issue media accreditation, nor was this coalition government so inclined. This was unanimously agreed to by the GPA executives present. As per best practice worldwide, Khan conveyed that it is the responsibility of the GPA to ensure that its members are duly accredited by whatever mechanism it chooses. Aware of the financial constraints of the GPA and the not unsubstantial cost of producing the media passes, the DPI's director in good faith offered to the GPA government's assistance in the form of covering the cost of the production of the media accreditation cards only. DPI clarifies that media workers are not being prevented from executing their functions in any way, as prior and further to the discussions with the GPA. Media had been advised that until new accreditations were produced, the 2017 accreditation will be accepted for entry to all government media events. DPI wishes to reiterate that consistent with best practice worldwide, this coalition government has removed itself completely from accrediting media, and this responsibility falls entirely with the Guyana Press Association. It is the GPA's sole responsibility. Connect with us 24/7 on our website, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and WhatsApp for more details as we bring you updates on the developments across Guyana. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.